Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker through Max Crown Realty, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Well, here we are, middle of November, and I know people think that winter comes and the market shuts down, but it's just not so. It definitely slows down, but it's still moving. In the last 30 days, we've had 147 residential sales within the city of Greater Sudbury, which is great. We right now have 276 active residential listings within the city, and that's not including new construction. If you look at new construction, I think there's about 30 listings, and they're very repetitive. So I'm talking about resale. There's 276 active listings, which is great. Buyers should be super happy that the market has shifted into, somewhat of a more balanced market, although the under 500 market is still statistically in a seller's market with 1.3 months of inventory. So that is our market that's doing very, very well. And it represents so far about 75% of the sales that are happening. So that under 500 market is happening. And is still pretty brisk. The over 500 market is not so brisk. They're more into a balanced market. And as you get into the higher end of 600 and over, they are definitely creeping into a buyer's market for sure. So far this month, 35% of the listings have had sale prices that are at or above list price. So we see that number coming down. So a much more settled market. Buyers should be super happy, and sellers, don't be unhappy. The average sale price year to date is only down 0.8%, so not even 1%. So I wanted to touch base on something that happened to me in the last week. And I had a seller and somebody that I didn't know, but he called and wanted to put his house on the market, and for some reason was not able to wait the few days that it takes to process. So it's super important when you're getting onto the market that when you hit the MLS system, you're ready 100% and that everything is done, because you only get one chance to make a good impression. What you have to understand is when you put a house on MLS and the MLS system in Sudbury, it goes to all the potential buyers. So all of our buyers are on this in the system. So if you're a buyer and you're looking for something between 500 and 600 in New Sudbury, I have you in the system. And the minute that a listing comes up that fits your criteria, you're going to get an email that says, hey, this listing just came up. Now, if that listing comes up and it only has two pictures and no description and no measurements of rooms, you're going to miss a beautiful opportunity, because I'll tell you, when buyers get a listing and they see like the front of the house and the back of the house and no inside pictures, they automatically think that there's something wrong. And you cannot go back and create that first impression. So when you have a listing, let's say we have that listing for 550 and it's in New Sudbury, I guarantee you it's going out to probably 100 buyers who fit that criteria. And honestly, you only get to hit them that first time with that first impression as you list the property. So there is no point in putting up a listing with two pictures and then say, pictures to follow. The buyers are not going to go back and check it out. They're not going to see that listing again until you make some kind of price reduction, and then it will be flagged again for them. So it is worth the time to, get everything done, get your measurements done, do your staging. And as you know, I do my own staging with what you have, and I give you the suggestions. And it does take a couple of days. For some people, it takes longer than that. But the biggest thing is pictures. Pictures don't happen overnight. I have a photographer who takes my pictures and does virtual tours, and that takes a couple of days. So what I'm saying is, be prepared that when you call and you want to get out your house on the market, it may take a week to get your house ready and prepared and have everything set up so that we get onto the MLS system, we're putting our best foot forward. So I did have someone who didn't want to wait those days, wanted it on the market right away. It came up, I noticed there was only two pictures. And I felt really bad, because I think that seller doesn't understand the opportunity that they missed by not being totally ready to be on the market and getting on the market, a day earlier with not all the information does that seller no good because you only get one opportunity. So the big takeaway is, if you want your house on the market, give yourself a week and a half to sit with your realtor and get everything done, prep it properly, and make that first impression your best impression. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Have a great week.